Hello and welcome to another update video. In this video series, we talk a little bit about altcoin season, potentially upcoming altcoin season. I think I made my point clear already in the previous videos. I do not expect a full-blown altcoin season as we had it in the previous cycles. Feel free to check out the previous two videos in which I talked about altcoin season, because this is a topic that I receive a lot of emails about. People even call me or try to and again, I thought I'd make a video series to talk about that, give you my point of view, make it very clear. There are always different indicators, different concepts that we need to look at, right? But today we want to take a look at Bitcoin dominance, and you see that really in 2017 Bitcoin dominance crashed down. I mean, that was what people would call really a full-blown altcoin season. Many people still have that in their minds that it's going to happen like that again, right? Now, we already saw in 2021, things were already a little bit more muted. And I expect this cycle also to be a little bit more muted. I mean, it might have already started. I mean, it looks a little bit like what we had here. That was the, you could say, sell-off, the decline after December 2020. Here it started, obviously, in June 2025. We also had a decline that started. And so I expect this to continue a little bit more based on Elliott wave structures, but also based on what normally happens in the cycles, yeah. Because Q4 is often a few things happen. Normally Q4, the fourth quarter, is normally a let's say a time, yeah, where Bitcoin dominance declines. Let me explain that. Let's open our monthly overview here. Not that. Hold on. I just wanted to open the indicators here. Ooh. There you go. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, you can see it here, right? I need to activate the correct dominance, need to correct the correct asset. So, and then we actually see that Bitcoin dominance, especially in November and December, is usually declining. Yeah. Now, we obviously have to unpack this a little bit, especially in post-halving years. Right, I mean, 2024 was already was the halving. Okay, 2020 was the halving, and the year after the halving, we had a very strong decline in November. So when I talk about Q4, I don't talk about specifically October. We'll get to that in a minute. But November and December. So 2021, yeah, post halving year, decline, strong decline, fairly strong decline compared to what usually happens. And then obviously we also had, and you could say bull market top. 2016 was the halving, and then 2017 was the bull market top that formed, like 2021, 4 years later. But 2017 was the post-halving year. I mean, also here, like November, December, that was the crash, right? Crash of Bitcoin dominance. That's what people would call an altcoin season. At least it contributes to that. And it's, again, post-halving year. And expectations would be for maybe an October rally. Just because, look at what happened, seasonalities, you often get a bounce in October. I've said in previous updates and videos and everything in analysis that I expect in September to start to get a bounce. That might be happening right now, actually, as we speak. We'll take a look at that. And then October could be that continuation of that bounce. Whereas then maybe in October we form a local top and start the decline in November and December. So this again could be an indication that we're going to get another at least small altcoin rally, altcoin season in this cycle. I think it will be more muted than what many people expect. And, that's also related to what I said in these previous updates. I gave you many reasons for that. But I showed you seasonalities. And I mean, you see that on the chart. September bounce, 2022, we had a bounce from the September low, right? In September, often you get a low. I mean, we had same in 2021, yeah? And then we had this rally into October. Then we obviously had the Q4 decline, right? Also here we had in 2020 Q4 rally, right? And then a decline. I mean, talking about the September-October bounce, right? So what I want to highlight is September is often time where a low forms. Then we get the October rally, and especially in post-halving years, we get the decline in November. Okay, so similar 2017, yeah, rally in September, in October a bit, but then decline. Yeah, so we had, as I just showed you, a September bounce and October bounce, and then November was the decline. So I think in November, if things happen like in the past, and don't have to, but I'm just showing you what usually happened in previous cycles, right? It's just presenting you the data. I mean, I can't predict the future. I show you tendencies, and based on that, you know, together with our analysis, we can come to certain conclusions and assumptions. Now, the analysis also obviously always gives us indications of when things don't play out like you could say expected, so that's very valuable. But here you can see as well, and this currently aligns with that perspective that we could get a bounce. We are currently, I mean, the Bitcoin dominance value found support here at around 57%. We start to see a bit of a bounce. We have a bullish divergence on the weekly chart, and there's a resistance area, and often Bitcoin dominance respects Fibonacci levels. So if we get a bounce into resistance here, 60.3% to 64% could be our initial resistance area from where we could then get a decline. But yeah, bullish divergence on the weekly chart. Also that indicates we could get a bounce. Now, it doesn't have to be a strong rally, but possibly towards that resistance area in October. That's at least what I'm going to watch for. I mean, please don't think we can really analyze Bitcoin dominance here from an Elliott wave point of view with high accuracy. It's not that's not how it works, especially not on the micro level. But I'm using the Elliott waves here to get some additional levels like the resistances, the extensions, and I mean, honestly, you see here the price reacted perfectly to one of the Fibonacci levels that I defined based on Elliott wave, 57%, or 23.6 extension and the 57% Bitcoin dominance value. So yeah, I think we have to prepare for a bit of a bounce in October. Maybe it started already, obviously. If the rally is in October, then often in September we get a bounce. That's where it starts. And then it could last a few weeks before then in November, post-halving year, we could get that decline to 48%, which is what many will refer to as altcoin season, I assume, but it will likely be more muted than what we had before. More selective. We have to focus on the setups that we see in the charts, which is something that we focus on our other channels like More Crypto Online, where you get a lot of short-term updates. So yeah, that's the update on Bitcoin dominance. Hope you enjoyed the update. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and let me know which other topics you wanna see covered on this channel. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Are you looking for exchange with zero fees over 3,000 plus trading pair with industrial leading liquidity proof of reserve that has 1:1 ratio with 24/7 online customer service support? Scan the QR code to easy to direct MEXC website and start your first trading. Thank you.
Trading is never as easy. But who say you can't have fun? In every minute you lend, the more you will enjoy. As you grow up in this industry, you will find yourself, and so round yourself with people who will help you to grow up as trader. It's hard in the first place, but I am sure you will be successful. As a trader, always remember trend is your friend.